Welcome to our today's class, and our focus today will be the continuation of the previous class. Yesterday we went further to get how to subset the data, and in this aspect we pick data from the year 1995. Remember, data extend up to the year 2003. We also looked at how to really set the data. To set the data, you really programming our form or we really inserting a code that will predict or inform on the time series analysis. Then you also have to force. When you force, it's like you really want all those data that were in cap form or the blank form to be recognizable by the system or the program. We're going to get something very quick today, and this will be now on plotting. Look at this normal flow, MF22. So what is the use of this one? We're going to do one thing, and this is the first one. We try to run that code and see what happened to on my right. You see the inflation trend. Remember, this is the Phillips data. Let's show the relationship between unemployment and inflation. Look at that. Because it's an inflation, one of the variable in the Phillips data is inflation. This what it happens. But if you, in case you want to delete that data, you just beg your pardon. Let me drop the right. You run that and you're able to delete the case. So what shall you do first? You can run this code first and also go to this plot data year 13.4. Just put the code as it is, and this is what you get. Then you can also look at the unemployment trade, run it, and that's what you get. And so you can also look at the unemployment versus inflation, the Phillips curve. This is how it's scattered. So we've seen the first one. What you need, you feed the plot. That is the data that we've already set. You want the data from the year 19, about not less than 1995. You put that info. This is the inflation. This is the variable for that. So remember yesterday we looked at, we sort the names and able to see this variable and what it represents. Also then fix the inflation trend. When you put inflation trend in the quotation mark, you really want the exact inflation data. You go to the second one to get the employment and inflation. And then if you really want to have two of them, this is what you do. And look what changes on the mean. You can see where I highlight. This is inflation, this is unemployment, and this is the two of them. And this is what happened. Remember, you may want to one of these graph, or you may realize you've made a mistake and you really want to adjust in terms of the year and so many other things, or the sum of the variable that of the what you call one of the figure give much of the outliers, and maybe you may want to remove the response. You can delete. And how do you delete? You just put this code, you run, and your graphs are gone. That's what we'll be having for today. Join me in the next class and we continue manipulating this data more. Remember, you're dealing with the time series data for this, and in the next class, it's a bye-bye.